Game 1 of the playoffs, the Fever had nearly 2 million viewers tuning in, while all the other games had around 400,000. Even the WNBA Countdown, which was aired before the Indiana Fever game, had more viewers than 2 of the series.
The league versus Caitlin Clark, and that is just absolutely false. It is unfair to the women that have been there building this league to this moment so that Caitlin Clark's popularity could take it to the next level.
Taking a hit after Caitlin lost in the playoffs. Caitlin Clark will not play league basketball for a staggering 213 days, whilst viewership is already.
And it looks like we're not going to be seeing Caitlin Clark play basketball again for another 200 days. An ESPN reporter said at the end of the Indiana Fever Connecticut Sun Game 2 that Caitlin Clark almost definitely will not be playing basketball this offseason. So no overseas and no 3-on-3 unrivaled league.
Experts and fans are officially done with WNBA, stating that they will not be watching. But let's take a look at how exactly. Caitlin has impacted the WNBA this year. This will blow your mind.
Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400% viewership. What that means is if the WNBA were continue to grow at the rate it grew from 22 to 23, it would take until 2028 to do what Caitlin Clark did this year.
Experts and fans are officially done with WNBA, stating that they will not be watching. But let's take a look at how exactly. Caitlin has impacted the WNBA this year. This will blow your mind.
I wonder if Caitlin, in every post-game press conference, she came out and talked about the kind of hateful comments that she was getting. If she came out and told everybody the reason why she has personal security that goes with her every single place, it's a lot. And so it's not just Caitlin Clark fans or Indiana Fever fans. It is not all going in one direction.
Caitlin Clark, the Iowa superstar, has officially wrapped up her inaugural season in the WNBA, and it's clear that her presence in the league has been nothing short of transformative. The rookie phenom, known for her deep-range shooting and playmaking ability, captivated fans throughout the season, driving record-breaking viewership and attendance numbers wherever she played. Unfortunately, Clark's rookie campaign came to an end after a tough playoff loss to the Connecticut Sun, cutting short what many hoped would be a deeper postseason run. Her impact on the league cannot be overstated. This season, she was the driving force behind the Fever's league-leading attendance numbers both at home and on the road.
This kid's on the wrong team. She's got the wrong skill set to handle the physicality of that league. And she's a rookie, targeted by society, targeted by her looks, targeted by her reputation, targeted by the disrespect that they've shown to the WNBA. She said, no, they're expecting this rookie class to be perfect. This rookie class isn't even one of the best rookie classes in the last 10 years.
Whenever Clark was on the court, arenas were packed with eager fans, some traveling across the country, just to witness her shoot from deep, deliver pinpoint assists, and showcase her electrifying basketball IQ. Her performances were nothing short of magnetic, pulling in crowds and boosting the Fever's national visibility. As a result, the Fever experienced a dramatic rise in popularity, becoming one of the most watched teams in the WNBA. However, with Clark no longer in the playoffs, the WNBA are cooked.
The Caitlin Clark effect is definitely real. I mean, we can all see that. However, experiencing it in person is totally different. I was at the Fever and Indiana game last night, and the amount of 22s that I saw on the way to the arena and inside the Capital One Arena might as well have just been a home game for Caitlin Clark. Not Indiana, Caitlin Clark. The thing is, that didn't surprise me. But what did surprise me was how packed the game was.
And it's not just Fever fans who are feeling the void. The WNBA as a whole is already seeing a noticeable drop in viewership. With Caitlin Clark no longer in the playoffs, weekend matchups, which traditionally attract some of the highest viewership numbers of the season, are projected to take a significant dip without Clark's presence. On the national stage, fans weren't just tuning in to see their favorite teams, they were tuning in to watch Clark, whose electrifying performances turned her into must-see TV. Caitlin Clark has transcended her role as just a team player. She has become a superstar whose influence extends far beyond the Fever. Her absence from the playoffs is a loss not only for her team, but for the entire WNBA, as her gravitational pull was a major driving force behind the league's growing audience.
Caitlin's departure, do we think that these new WNBA fans are going to stick around for the rest of the playoffs? The Liberty Aces series might be one that draws some numbers. The disparity between 1.8 million and around 400,000 is wild, especially with football season being in full swing.
It's rare for a rookie to have such a seismic impact on a professional league, but Caitlin Clark is far from ordinary. From the moment she stepped onto a WNBA court, she commanded attention. Her electrifying performances instantly put her in conversations reserved for all-time greats, with many drawing comparisons between her presence in the WNBA and the likes of LeBron James and Stephen Curry in the NBA. The excitement she brought to every game transcended just her own fan base. She became a league-wide phenomenon. Her ability to dominate offensively, while still being a playmaker, made her a true unicorn on the court. The fact that so many fans have chosen to tune out of the WNBA playoffs without her speaks volumes about the immense impact she has had in just a single season.
Okay, now let's not talk viewership, let's talk ticket sales. Bear with me. Ticket sales grew in 2023 by 16% from 2022. Ticket sales have grown by 93% in 2024. What that means is without Caitlin Clark, the WNBA would have taken till 2029 or 2030 to get to where Caitlin...
Looking back at her season, it's clear that fatigue may have played a significant role in the Fever's inability to push deeper into the playoffs. Caitlin Clark played an exhausting number of games in both college and the WNBA this year, nearly matching the volume of games NBA stars endure during their regular season. In a rapid and grueling stretch, Clark went from leading Iowa to the NCAA finals to playing for the Fever, and then straight into the WNBA playoffs without much time to rest or recover. Given that demanding schedule, it's no surprise that by the end of the season, she seemed to be running on fumes. Yet, even in those physically taxing moments, Clark still managed to deliver elite performances, showcasing her remarkable endurance, basketball IQ, and willpower. Caitlin Clark left everything on the floor, facing off against the sun. Clark delivered one of her signature performances, scoring 25 points, dishing out 9 assists, and bringing her trademark fire and intensity to the court. Despite her heroic efforts, it wasn't enough to keep the Fever's playoff hopes alive. Clark didn't shy away from the moment, trying to carry her team on her back in crucial stretches of the game. However, as brilliant as Clark is, basketball is a team sport, and the Fever's inability to provide consistent support on both ends of the floor ultimately sealed their fate.
With Caitlin comes millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs. And with those millions and millions and millions of more eyeballs, unfortunately, is going to come some people.
As of now, Caitlin Clark has made the decision to take a well-deserved break. There's been no indication of her joining a European team for the off-season or participating in 3-versus-3 competitions. Instead, she's opting to recharge and recover after a demanding season, both mentally and physically. While many players take the off-season to hone their skills overseas or in smaller tournaments, Clark is stepping back to prioritize her health and rest, given that she logged nearly as many games as an NBA star this season, all while shouldering the immense pressure of being a franchise player in her rookie year. The decision makes sense. Clark faced not only the physical toll of a long season, but also the emotional and mental pressure of leading her team and being in the national spotlight. Her influence on the league is undeniable, and her meteoric rise to stardom has drawn a wave of new fans to women's basketball. However, without Clark in the mix, the league is already facing a noticeable decline in engagement. It's not just the die-hard Fever fans stepping away for the time being. The WNBA as a whole is losing viewers who had specifically tuned in to witness the breakout star in action. Clark's exciting style of play and magnetic personality brought a level of attention to the WNBA that it hasn't seen in years. The league, which has long been searching for the face of women's basketball, found that in Caitlin Clark.
Relentless play.
A lot of things that this group accomplished that, a lot of people probably didn't think was possible, one, to start the season and two, after the start we had to the season. So, it'll definitely be probably a little weird for me over the course of the first couple of weeks, and then I'm sure I'll get bored and pick up a basketball again. So
globally, Caitlin Clark has had a profound impact on the game of basketball. Her standout performances at Iowa combined with her stellar rookie season in the WNBA, have catapulted her into becoming a household name. Not just in the US, but around the world, Clark has helped elevate the visibility of women's basketball to unprecedented levels, inspiring a new generation of players and bringing a level of excitement to the sport that hasn't been seen in years. From her clutch shooting to her fierce competitive drive, she has captured the imagination of basketball fans globally. However, with Clark no longer on the court, the global spotlight on the WNBA has dimmed slightly. The decline in viewership without her active participation underscores her far-reaching appeal and the magnetic star power she brings to the game. Her influence extends beyond individual games. It reflects a shift in how women's basketball is perceived internationally. Without Clark's electrifying presence, the WNBA is feeling the ripple effects of her absence, showing just how much she has become a central figure in the sport's global growth. Caitlin Clark isn't just the face of the Indiana Fever, she's quickly becoming the face of the entire WNBA. Her electrifying playstyle and dynamic presence have set her apart as a transformative figure in women's basketball. Now, with her out of the playoffs, the league is already feeling the effects of her absence. As the WNBA playoffs continue without one of its brightest stars, it's becoming increasingly evident just how much Caitlin Clark means to the league's growth and appeal. She's not just another player. She's the future of women's basketball.
Lynn Clark.
But they don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face. And there is still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that, because I don't know what else it could be. I thought it was going to get better this season, but it hasn't. There are still people who seemingly, to me, feel like they just don't